ShotQuality Live BetCast. Back to the action. ShotQuality Live BetCast. Let's get the 600 kiss of death sprinkled.
Oh no. I give it 2 big goons.
From the basement, from the garage, from an idea. Now, hopefully going to break 1,000 viewers again today. Now,
We'll be out in Vegas.
Gang hits Vegas.
that crunch. When you hear that crunch, it means we're hitting it twice for a better price. Take
Hard.
Right.
We'll be hanging around Planet Hollywood.
Vegas is gonna be awesome though. We're gonna have live shows. You guys should all come.
If you can trust your data quickly and be correct, you're going to win in this market. And that's what ShotQuality gives you.
I believe we sleep in May, Justin.
Welcome into ShotQuality Live BetCast, the only show that uses SQLive data in the moment, every moment, to bet on the games that are happening live as they go down. I'm your host, Justin Perri, joined as always by my good friend, Alec the Musa. Moose, we got a fun one tonight. The Knicks are currently getting handed their asses on a plate in the last 5 minutes, as what seemed to be a good first quarter has now turned into the Celtics hitting a lot of shots. Well, we're going to be here with you for the next 30 minutes, right around until they get to the halftime, making a few plays based on the data you see right there on your screen next to us. It's a ShotQuality Live Score Center, and it's going to do most of the work. Musa and I, we're just going to tell you what we're seeing. We're going to tell you how we feel about it. We're going to trust the data and make some picks. Moose, how you been? How you doing? Been a couple days. We were here, what, Friday night?
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm probably doing better than you, unfortunately. I'm sorry your Knicks are down 13.
What do you mean? I mean, they lose a game. The series isn't over. Thank God they won the first two. I'm a very reasonable basketball fan. Now, we bet on the Pacers game last time, right? What was that? Game 4?
Yep.
Game 3? Game 3, right?
4. No, game 4.
No, it was game 3, Friday the 9th.
Yeah,
they lost by 22. Right? We did not win our Pacers plus 15 at the end. But TJ McConnell, I believe I took over 5.5, and that was maybe one of the freest plays of all time, as he scored 12. And then we also, Mr. Moose, you took just the one play on Strus under 17.5. Didn't really go too hot. He scored 20. Not exactly far away, just 1-3 off,
a 3
which is
in the fourth.
Acceptable. And then I took Pascal to keep shooting as well, and he did. He scored 18 points on the over 12 at even money. So a 2-1 night for me on Friday, 0-1 for Moose. After a nice episode, what was that, Thursday? Anyway, we're here tonight betting Knicks Celtics. We're here tomorrow night betting Game 5 of one of the Western Conference series, the late night one. You can see it there, bottom of your screen, every single episode when the next game is that we'll be covering. But all right, Moose, no more further ado. We've talked enough. Good 3 or 4 minutes. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. As always, let's get to it. What's to say, Moose? The Celtics team, we saw them cold in the first 2 games, and now we're seeing them hot in the second 2 games. Is that surprising to you?
Not really. I mean, I would say more so the Knicks going back to the Garden and having no life in Game 3, and looks like they could potentially get one out in Game 4. It's kind of tough.
Whoa, you all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I mean, that's how I feel. I'll tell you that much. And look, that's why we're not doing the show in the third and the fourth quarter, because I'm gonna go experience this game by myself. And look, will it be one of the biggest disappointments in the last 20 years for the Knicks, not getting one of these 2 wins? Yeah, sure. Would it be great that they aren't down 3-1 and the series isn't over? Phenomenal. We're going to figure it out either way. We got the live box score there. We have a couple different players already absolutely scorching hot. Derek White hit 4 of 4 threes, I think, in the first quarter, Moose, and also got fouled on one. So his only miss there was he shot 2 of 3 at the free throw line on the 5th 3-point attempt when Brunson fouled him. Does that continue? Do the Knicks adjust does that go with the Knicks on the money line on the spread here as an opportunity? Because clearly this is unexpected, right? The Celtics are outperforming their expectations by 13 points. So I'm not going to wait much longer. I expect this to be a good game to the wire. Maybe they shoot at the lights out the whole way home, and I lose a little money right here because of the play I'm about to lay down. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Knicks against the spread. And with I think we'll go full unit, as always, on spread pick. We'll go half unit on the money line sprinkle here right now, plus 360 and plus 9.5 at 37.48. So I was a little slow there, but lock it in. First play of the day. Well, first two. All right, so you heard it. Knicks plus 9.5, 1 unit Knicks. That was minus 110. 115, sorry. And the Knicks money line plus 360 for half the unit. And of course, if you are new around here and you haven't hung out with us before, we do write it all down with a little bit less latency on the Google Doc. It's always the same Google Doc. It does not change. It's really just for communicating the plays while the show goes on. So it's faster because, YouTube delays, your Wi-Fi, the stream, who knows? But this is pretty much instantaneous. So save the link. Watch it when you can't make the show. When you see we're streaming, you don't have to watch the show to see the plays. Having a good time betting it. This Streets play is old. All right, Moose. So first pick of the day is in. You know what that means. Little word from our sponsor. We'll be right back. ShotQuality Live BetCast is presented by SportTrade. The best data in basketball meets the best prices. SportTrade offers instant in-game betting with half the vig on both live and pre-game lines, with prop bets now available too. Plus, best-in-class support. Available in Colorado, Iowa, New Jersey, Arizona, and Virginia. Get 10% cash back on every bet in your first week, up to $300 cash back, and 1 free month of ShotQualityBets standard membership. Simply sign up for SportTrade using code SQB and bet $10 on any basketball market. Come on, Moose.
Stand up a little bit. Stand up a little.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh, no.
Right there. Now to the right. A little to the right. There it is.
All right, there you go. I can't see shit. But, yeah, in the, signed, game-worn Miles McBride, bumping my camera off, hits 2 big threes. Look, I'm a sicko. Not too many people have this jersey. But, it wasn't not like it's expensive. You could go find something like it. But it's definitely not cool to anyone probably but me as a college basketball Knicks fan. I really like that you can collect college basketball gear from your favorite NBA players for a lot less than you can collect NBA gear from your favorite NBA players of like the same caliber. Like you're not getting a Karl Anthony Towns signed NBA jersey for less than like $350, but you could probably get a Kentucky jersey for like a third of that price, signed, authenticated. I got the Beckett sticker on the back of this. I'm wearing it anyway. Doesn't matter.
Worse the school or not? You know what I mean? Kentucky could be a little bit more expensive. West Virginia, though, you're getting a bargain.
Sure, right, of course. Yeah, without a doubt. But look, it's fun. Now, I'll tell you the truth. You want to try to find Villanova jerseys of Brunson and Bridges and everything. That's miserable because they won championships in those jerseys. So good luck. Anyway, we have our first picks of our evening in. It is the Knicks plus the 9.5 and the Knicks money line 360. Of course, they have executed a little bit of a run here, which again, guess what, Moose? That's what we're all about here at Shot Quality. They're losing by 6. They're expected to be winning by 3. So my question to you, Alec, what are you waiting for?
I ain't buying the Knicks right now. I'm maybe a little bit more separation on the shot quality. To me, it's not enough points. If you're curious what I'm waiting for, not enough points.
Okay. What about the total? What about Boston?
That one I'm more intrigued with because it seems like there's been a lot of bowling ball lately. And it's not at my magical number of 15 yet, but it's mildly approaching.
13 in the playoffs, no joke.
Yeah, I want to see if the Celtics can maybe stretch this out to double digits. See what this. I'm going to play. I'm going to wait.
Okay.
You know how I operate.
I understand.
The short
Celtics now a little cold in this quarter, coming off the hot quarter. Of course, the ShotQuality Live Score Center makes it easy to see that. Campaign, a couple shots, a couple misses. Now, let's talk a little player points, huh? Do we want to take the correlated under for someone like Derek White? Do we expect Tom Thibodeau, who actually has done a good job making adjustments, says, all right, well, let's make someone else beat us? I think if the Knicks let Derek White destroy them like this, they have no shot. No shot. Because he's too potent. His shots are too potent. It's like giving Steph Curry too much space, essentially. If Derek White was put into the game in 2007, you'd think he was Steph Curry the way he plays today. Miss from three. Thank you. But I think they'll adjust. I think they're going to make him move the ball. They're probably okay with Tatum taking shots. Oh, and one. Thank you. No, Jesus. The whistles have been interesting, to say the least. Nonetheless, I think the Derek White under has some legs. Oh, my God. Tatum hitting threes.
He's on fire.
He's on fire too, man. We got two really hot players, but I don't really think you want to touch Tatum because he's going to have the usage. You can't really scheme the ball out of his hands as much as you can White. And honestly, that makes me feel better about White going under because it's just going to go to Tatum even more. So let's see what this number is. Derek White under 24.5 over at FanDuel. I think we're going to go ahead, lock in our second pick of the night, supported by the data, of course. Moose, what's your opinion? Give me the verdict.
I like it. I mean, I like it. I'm going to like that Jaylen Brown one maybe a little bit more, though.
It's minus 125 over at FanDuel. So 24.5 minus 125. Oh, baby. That'll be fun. He has the ball in his hands immediately. He's going up, and he misses it. Oh, but he got fouled. Look, again, this is a little dangerous because he's clearly going to be a guy with the ball in his hands. But still a lot of points to be scored. A lot of points to be scored. So we'll see. Man, I'm not gonna. I don't like to talk about refs. I think you're supposed to win games.
No.
I think you're supposed to win games without refs involvement. You should be better than the other team distinctly. The refs shouldn't be able to swing games. If games are so close that refs change it, you're not good enough. Ball don't lie. But no, am I wrong about that though?
Yeah,
I am. You think refs completely do alter games and you should complain about them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I can respect it. White goes
I
up to
think
25.
I think there's ebbs and flows in games. I think some people complain more than others. I think that in certain cases, though, there is
Towns getting that third foul is obviously problematic. Yeah, it's bad.
Is he playing well? Isn't his hand hurt? Is that Pharrell on the sidelines?
Probably Pharrell. I know he was in town for at least the Met Gala. He probably lives here. Tough shot. I think. Yeah. What?
Why don't you have courtside seats?
Oh, right. $50,000 tickets. Fuck it. Oh, come on. Sorry, this is like the one game where I'm probably going to be a terrible broadcaster, and I'm not going to apologize.
I mean, that was a tough
shot.
You
ready to carry the torch, Musa? I'm hearing. I got them in my ear. You've been moved up to prime slot here and are now hosting the show. So enjoy. No, OG actually came back and popped one. So, but like on top of that, I've been sick all weekend. I don't know if you noticed, but there wasn't a pick of the day for most of the weekend because I was absolutely just inundated. Jesus Christmas, Jaylen Brown hitting shots. I've accepted the fate. It's been feeling like Celtics win, Knicks cover since like 8 p.m. yesterday, you know? Scary. Big miss. Mitch Robinson, though, with those threes. I mean, those rebounds, threes, what are you going to do? All right. We're still looking like value on New York here. Checking back with the line. We took a little 9.5. I like that. Oh. 8 right now. Line 7.5 plus 280, 9.5 plus 370. Yeah, all this is about where I expect it to be, like value, 9.5. So if you missed it, you can get in here with them going to the line on the and 1. It looks like on another interesting call. So what are you going to do, Knicks? You can't just foul abundantly. You got to keep your hands to yourself a little bit if they're calling it like this. It's not going to be great, but yeah, Robinson, Hart, and Towns combined for 7 fouls already. Brunson 8, Bridges 9. They're absolutely getting destroyed with fouls. Interesting. No home whistle. You can't call that a home whistle. I'll tell you that much. That said, I haven't exactly watched the game since about the end of that run in the first for the Celtics, and I haven't. Well, hello, how you doing? Because we're streaming, and I haven't really been able to tell how good those foul calls are. But 13-0. That's something that you're going to hear Tom Thibodeau complain about if it doesn't get fixed. So
the threes are, I mean, outside that OG 3.
Not that I think it should be complained about, but yeah. Woo. All right, Moose. You know the drill with you, buddy. You're getting close to the half. What are you looking at? What are you thinking?
I'm kind of glad I didn't take the under because now it's gone down to single digits. New York can't make a 3 to save their lives, man. They look bad.
What else is new for this team sometimes, man? I swear.
White, Brown's back on point. Tatum's hot. I don't want to bet against Tatum. White's hot. I don't want to bet against White. Payne.
They got to collect themselves. They're lucky to only be down 9 right now.
Maybe I'll have something to add, but I don't see
they're playing so bad. This is just yikes. Big blocker. Oof. They've just been letting everyone come into this house, and they go on the road and they do it, but win a home game. Please. Oh my gosh. How's that not a foul? He just threw him. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not gonna be all right with this one, Musa. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I feel like my mental health is gonna be compromised tonight regardless.
Oh, well, they just dragged Jalen Brunson to the ground. That's enough.
Well, not to the ground. He dragged him backwards. I get it. Competitive fight for Jason Tatum. I try to be as balanced as I can while watching this stuff because it's so impossible to keep a level head. But it's a basketball game, man. 9 points isn't exactly a lot. When you can shoot 2s and 3s. Oh, some sympathy calls? Wow, we complained for a second, Musa, and well, look what happens. Some sympathy calls for the Knicks in a flash. Let's let them play. Just let them play. I want street ball, It's my type of hoop. I was out there today in the park. I don't know if you saw my tweet. Out there hooping. Terrible rims.
I did see that. That was a nice court.
Whew, no, terrible rims in Central Park. I'll tell you that much.
But it looked beautiful. What was the weather?
Oh, beautiful day. We got like 75, sunny, empty, a Monday. No one was there. It was great. Just practice getting some shots up. Great for everything except like practicing your touch off the rim. Like, you want to train your sharpshooting? Like, oh yeah. You want those park rims? What?
Is it double rimmed? Is that was the issue?
No, they're just stiff and it's metal. It's all like the metal backboard, So it's like there's no touch off the board, and if the basketball is at all properly inflated, it's just gonna I live
to shoot off the glass, so I would be terrible there.
You'd hate it. Once you figured it out, you'd get it right. But I hate having to figure out a new rim every time. But anyway,
because it's going fucking. Sorry, it's going.
Knicks are getting run out here.
Terrible. This is the worst 5 minutes I've ever seen a team play basketball.
I don't know if they've honestly. I've been watching every game, obviously in the playoffs, and every single one's been excruciating. And I was at the first one where they pulled off that 21-0 run to beat the Pacers, to beat them and win. And man, they're just not calling anything on Porzingis. He held his hand down. Crazy. They just want 7 games. That's what they really want. We're going to get 7 games.
Well, Nick's got to win another game to get there.
I don't know who they are. I don't know. They might be God Almighty. But yeah, the Knicks need to win one more. I think they will, though, just because, like, again, it would be almost nearly impossible to win 4 straight, right? They have to come back to New York for Game 6. So
you're not worried that when it came in, Celtics were minus 1,000 for the series for a reason.
Correct. And the Knicks stole 2. And guess what happens? You steal, you get stolen from. They have a really good shot here today. Clearly, they're taking better shots. There's no doubt they can't get these points back, get back in it. Maybe get some calls going their way. But, man, you've played 4 terrible games and you've only lost 2. You played 10 terrible games and you're somehow tied 2-2 against the Celtics. I don't know. Maybe people who've watched the Knicks with me feel like they've played well, but I don't. The defense has been great, but like the offense, obviously, has just been abysmal. There's just no one else besides Brunson we can rely on, and he's really only coming alive, like I guess when he's nailed to the cross, for God's sakes. So, yeah, I don't know, Moose, but what I do know is that your play sheet's empty, buddy.
Dude, I know, but like I wanted the under, but the Celtic, the Knicks single-handedly took that away from me. You know that, right? The Knicks said, "Screw your under. We're not scoring again," which I don't think they have.
They're about to. They're definitely about to. Brunson's going to the line here on that one. Woo! I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't think there's a result here where I sleep well tonight. So if you enjoy the pain of others because their favorite basketball team,
because I think it's gonna be a blowout. But ShotQuality tells me blowout's not in the cards. I think which I could see. I see why ShotQuality's saying the Knicks.
Well, because they're hitting their shots. Because Derek White hasn't missed. Because he's got 17 points on 12.
Are going to keep pace. I think it's the Knicks' offense that was abysmal in those last 5 minutes. When they cut it to 50?
No, well, they're not even that cold right now. They're a little cold. 50 points in the half of a game where you can put pressure on your opponent. I mean, again, this game's just getting started. They need a big third quarter. The big problem, I think, is the fouls. I don't know. We'll see. We got a few more minutes here left in the show. We do 30 minutes every episode. I'll be a little bit more high energy when I'm not, dreading the future. Tomorrow night, 10:15 p.m. We'll do it again for a little Western Conference action.
So I'm still, dude. I don't want to go against White. I don't want to go against Tatum. I don't.
Sure.
I mean, White's the only one I could see potentially going for. And for the sake of having a play, that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to go against Tatum. That was goaltending.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, try though. Or maybe not, because I don't know if that's going in. Maybe it is. Probably is. Yeah, it looked like it was. What a bad half for New York. Got him right where we want him, right? Good Lord. Not even making this shot. Foul? No. Oh, no. Gross. This is bad, dude. What do you? So, all right, you don't trust the Celtics to slow down at all? You don't think this game becomes a defensive game?
I think it does. For one side, I think I just do the Knicks. It was 55-47. Let's remember that. No, I don't. We lost all the value on the under. The Knicks single-handedly tanked that.
Okay.
Jeez, Tatum.
Yeah, they're going ice cold.
But for the sake of,
they've missed 8 in a row.
I do think an under is in play for the Celtics. They're 10 points over, and
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that 11.5 over at FanDuel plus 440. was available as well here on the money line. Another same thing. Oh, it's now 10.5. Juice changed. That's not as nice. But yeah, look, we hit the button. Hopefully you guys can get at least 10.5. If you haven't gotten in with us already, we are in, baby. Knicks loaded up on the spread. 10.5 minus 115 and a nice plus 440. Got to trust the data. I think they're going to come back and have this big half if we trust it. So plenty on the line here. Back to 9.5 already. It's look, the end of this game, double digits is it feels like it's not going to happen. Because think about all that has to go down, Moose, for this to end in a double-digit game and the Knicks not flail every possible avenue to, oh my gosh. Don't call that a foul. Oh, okay. Down 11 at the half. So, all right, Musa. Spotlight turns to you. We know when the buzzer sounds.
Yeah.
You actually make some plays. You made one last time. I'm gonna.
I went with White under 25.5 minus 130. It's a little bit of juice, but I can't take team levels in Arizona, so I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I took the Celtics under it. I don't want to take Tatum, so if I could take one player, it's going to be Derek White.
Yeah, look, you got 1 point better than me for about the same price, maybe 5 cents more. But okay. Man, just what I needed. Even more on the Knicks tonight. So now if they lose, not only do they care if they lose by like 11, I'm out money. Great. Thanks, work. This is my job. But it's a great job. And I appreciate you guys all watching and hanging out and watching the software work. It's, again, some of the coolest stuff because it does give you the opportunity to see an unbiased perspective of the value of the shots, who's taking them, and get a read on the game without, looking up from your TV, I think is the coolest part. We sit here and we broadcast it. We've had a successful season. We've had a successful NBA season, even with my abysmal episode. We had like a 9-1 episode. So it's been great. It's been great all college. It's been great all NBA. We're going to start WNBA on Friday. That'll be a lot of fun.
That will be fun.
So, it's a different market, and we have unique data. So check it out. Of course, both professional leagues come available with any membership. So if you were interested in trying it out, shoot me a DM, talk about it. I think we have some cool stuff coming soon in terms of discounts and all that with WNBA starting. So if you're thinking about it, if you love the W, look, it's fast, growing fast, baby. It's gonna be fun. I think, look, Paige, Caitlin, these players are quickly getting more and more impressive over there. And that means hopefully more liquidity, more betting, more angles, maybe edges. We'll find out. But all right, Moose, you're good? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I think so. Just the one play. I can't think of anything else. It's tight, and I don't want to take the Knicks ruined what I thought could be a potential under, and then I don't like taking superstars to go under, especially.
All right, I'll proposition you one final one. I don't know if we're going to get the actual line available for Miles McBride. No. We are not. We are not going to get the Miles McBride prop available. Would you go over or under on the Miles McBride prop? Let's say I set it at.
Go under if I could.
I would set it at. Oh man, I would assume it gets set at like 9.5, right? Make what? He'll probably make a 3. Oh, it's at. Wait. 8.5. Wow. All right. So they're saying they're not going over the 3. They're saying one more shot or no. Pretty much even money with the juice. What do you think, Moose?
For Miles McBride.
Yeah, over under 8.5 right now. He's hot. Does he get cold? Does he cool off? Do we trust the data, or does he hit one more shot?
He makes one more. He misses one. Take the fire away. As long as it's a good shot, now he's back on par. So it's on 3 points right there. Usually it takes like 4 points. I thought.
No,
this 3.
3 is the first guy. I gotta switch it. I want to make it like a percentage or something, a rolling percentage or something a little bit more
I think
accurate.
Because on that,
Well, the bottom line is that as long as it works consistently, I think it works. But and it's just meant to show you the number and bring your eye to it, not necessarily and it like be like, oh well, instantaneous bet. It's like, well, there's the player who's above by a decently significant margin, and it's only 3, and you see how few signals we get because it just doesn't happen. Players very often play to their shot quality. Shocking, I know. But all right, good show, 30 minutes. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll get the music in here. I don't think I'm taking the Miles McBride prop, but my hunch, I'm literally sitting here in his jersey. It's a game-worn West Virginia. I got the Beckett sticker on the back like a goofball. I would trust it to go over. That's got to be a sign. So I would guess, and it's not going on the play sheet. I don't think it's supported. The supported play for McBride is clearly under, but like Moose said, it's right there. It's borderline. He misses one more shot in that half, and it's right there. He only has a 2 difference, right? So we're seeing. I don't hate Cat to get involved more. Over 18.5 seems low. I think he gets involved. I think he takes shots. I think he gets a little active. I think he probably sat a little there. Didn't get those minutes. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Carl go over 18.5. Mikhail on his way to go over his number there. What was that? 14.5 tonight. I think I played that using the shot quality data. All the Knicks were cold. I don't know if you saw that, if you've been looking at the prop tool, but I saw, Bridges at 13.5, Brunson 27.5, Hart at 11.5 were the lines tonight. Hart looking like it's not going to happen. Bridges is on his way, only needs 4 or 5 more points there, and Brunson is 13 of his 28 necessary to go over. So, again, Brunson's going to close. He's going to probably score 15, 20 in the second half. He could score 15 in the fourth quarter alone. Should be fun. It's going to do it, though. I'm worried, Musa. I'm worried. I'll tell you the truth. Who do you think wins this game? I know you said to me,
dude,
I have nothing to worry about. When you take a team to win in your futures, you've been winning everything.
Yeah.
But who do you think wins this game? Are the Knicks going to come back, or is it sold down the river?
I think the game is over. I'm sorry, buddy, and I think the series is over. Celtics.
All right, series is over.
Yes,
you heard it there first. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night, and I'll either have the bags under my eyes, or I couldn't stop smiling. We'll see. ShotQuality Live BetCast, baby. Thank you so much for hanging out, watching the only NBA live betting show that uses location-based proprietary data to bet on every single game as it's happening. Presented by Sporttrade. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.